my morning coffee ritual. Let's see, where is it? Where's the coffee? Where's the pour? There it is there. All right, we've boiled up the water. Now we gotta wash the coffee one time. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Welcome to the live Drive Jive archive. This is your host, Frank Monday, coming at you on a Tuesday. See what the date is. It is the 19th of April here in Twilight Zone, Old Peking, Central Kingdom of the Celestial Dragon. Tomorrow is a special. Tomorrow is a special Chinese holiday. It's called this one, Guyu. So Guyu means spring rains. Wow, I think I overfilled the water on it this time, man. Not cool. Let's see if I can get this thing to work a little bit. Yeah, so there's the coffee. Coffee. So I'm just getting my thermos of coffee ready to roll on the road with me. I hope y'all good looking, sexy people are doing well. I'm over here looking for my clothes. I'm trying to get out the door early today because Monsieur Tiedrick bought me a coffee. Hey, is there some people out there in Happy Land? Y'all good looking, sexy. Yo, 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 what's up, Diane? How you guys doing? I wrote a paper on karma, and I was thinking about karma. Karma's always kind of baffled me as an idea. It's a Buddhist idea, right? A Hindu and Buddhist idea. I don't know what I think of it. I've never been a big fan, honestly, of the idea of karma. I looked it up yesterday, and it directly translates into English as fate or destiny. And I don't know if they're comparable concepts, really. Hey, I got a bag of tea in my pocket. That's kind of cute. Wow, these pants need to be mended, man. Hopefully, I can get them mended before I use them again. So, what are your guys' ideas on karma? Do you buy into the whole Hindu idea of karma? So, I'll delineate for you the general. Dump this water. So I'll delineate for you the general idea of how I approach spiritual research into topics like karma and other things. Can you guys hear me all right? Give me a yo if you can hear me out. Happy land all right. Can you guys hear me all right? Oh, we lost someone. It dropped from one person to two people, and then the eight Owens out there. Hi, Owen. Good morning, man. I'm making my coffee. Yeah, so guys, Monsieur Tiedrick got over there on buymeacoffee.com and /Frank Monday. That's where you can give me a one-time donation if you feel inclined to do so. Hit the thumbs up, of course. And he bought me 3 coffees. Big spender. I appreciate that, Jeff. Monsieur Tiedrick. Owen did too. Owen just the other day jumped on there and bought me coffee. So thank you, Owen. I appreciate that. Y'all are too kind. So yeah, so I figured I'd go early to say thank you. So I'm making my coffee. You guys can join me for that if you like. And join me for other things too, because today's a busy day, man. I got a full routine of classes first thing in the morning when I get to work. Where's that paper I wrote yesterday? Wow, it's disappeared. It's amazing how things like that happen. How a paper that a man writes the night before can disappear by morning. So yeah, I wanted to delineate how I go about my spiritual research, and I learned this. I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Get ready. Here comes the sneeze. Oh no. Yep, there it is. There, Sneezy. Sneezy was a dwarf, right? That was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So, according to Rudolf Steiner in his system of anthroposophy, anthroposophy was uh, a bringing forward, an evolution of theosophy. So we're thinking the likes of Madame Blavatsky, Vril Society, uh, Hermetic Brotherhood of Luxor, and Golden Dawn, these types of folks. So he says that you can get communications from the spirit world, real, tangible communications from spirits. And he just states it. He calls a lot of, well, he says there are different hierarchies, right? There are the um, angels up there, the higher divine court, celestial beings, angels, angelic forces are the ones closest to human beings. And then, there's powers, principalities, thrones, legions, all different kinds of stuff, right? I think maybe some of that is Catholic organization of the spirit world. But what are we dealing with? Are we dealing with archetypes? Or are we dealing with real um, spiritual entities that dwell in a realm of it that permeates into our own realm? Or are we just dealing with concepts? And so I've been pondering these questions recently, and I'm inclined to believe and think. I'm inclined to think that some of this is legitimate, real type things that exist above and beyond us, with us, in the realms that are the preform realms of our own realm. So if the Kabbalah, the teaching of the tree of life, the Kabbalah, which is Jewish mysticism, means anything, it means just that there are a realm of preforms where the emanation starts or begins above and beyond, you might even say within the human realm, the human domain. And so as soon as I get my act together, I'm getting my gear for work. I got all kinds of stuff I gotta take. Let's see here. There's the car keys. There's the car keys. Looks like we lost people. So Owen's still here. Jeff's here. Do you wake up and get deep into these topics immediately upon waking? It takes me a few hours to even get to make a few thoughts. No, I'm with you, Jeff. Like in the morning is not a good time for thinking. So, according to Steiner's teaching, he says that you should get into it, that your clearest thoughts will come to you at noon during the day. So the morning is usually I just do some qigong style exercises and sit in meditation and do that kind of thing first thing in the morning. I don't. But anyway, yeah. So let me delineate the method of spiritual exploration according to Stein, which I've just recently started utilizing and trying to learn and adapt to my own practice. So that's what this channel is all about. It's all about spiritual inquiry and discovery in a community-based fashion. Like, what are your guys' thoughts and opinions? Not, not, and when I say that, I don't mean what have you read and what do you uh, discover from the world. But what about your own genuine spiritual inquiry into these topics according to your own intuition and gnosis, like how you genuinely feel about it? So by noon, he says the active mind is at its clearest and you're able to have greater clarity of thinking. And that's when you should ask your questions of spiritual inquiry. That's when you should sit down around noontime when the mind is clear, the sun is at its zenith. And that's when, in fact, in Taoism, it's the same too. That's when you should do the least amount of physical activity, but it's when the thinking mind is at its clearest. And so that's when you should sit down and ponder the questions that you want to ask or that you want to research from the spirit realm. And so that's what I did yesterday. I started on a journey of inquiry into karma. Wow, I don't have a single, I don't have a single, I don't have a single phone charger cable that works right now for some reason. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, let me get my coat on. So the question I was pondering yesterday, and I can't seem to find my notes. Maybe that's part of the reason I didn't receive an answer, because I lost the notes. I think I'm wearing way too much. When I get downstairs, I will 5 p.m. and on. Okay, good, TJ. That's when you feel your greatest clarity. Yeah, and everyone's going to get different mileage. For me, it's noon. But you ponder those questions at noon, according to Steiner, the day before, and and then you take them to bed with you at night and ask for the dreamland spirits, the astral, the lower astral, illuminated by the astral light. Ask for a response. And he says that all night long, your soul will work on the question and ponder it. And then by morning, you'll receive transmission from the spirit realm. And so yesterday, I began on my journey of inquiry. Let me grab the rest of my stuff, guys. I began my journey of inquiry into the question of karma as an idea. And it led me on a series of questions. And I ended up writing about, I don't know, maybe five or 6 pages of material um, on the question. And so I wanted to put it to you guys. I gotta make sure that I don't wake people up too early. Here we go. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? All right, I'll just have to find it later. Maybe I left it at school. Hmm, kind of a bummer. It's all right, guys. We will roll out the door because we got work to do today. Give me just a second. Bear with me. I can talk a little better once I get out of here. I hope y'all good looking safe. This is kind of a behind the scenes transmission prompted because Monsieur Tiedrich's kindness. Diane says, "Did you hear about the video? Watch the water." No, tell us what's up with that. Mask mandate lifted in airports. That's good. I hope they free up the airports, guys, because I want to come back to the States this year. Takes me a few hours to get busy. Get busy. Got my backpack. It's time to roll. My wife loves fridge magnets. Look at all these fridge magnets. turn off the lights, guys. There we go. I might need to throw this trash to this doorways down top. All right, awesome. Could you? Hey, what's up? Oh, which one? Oh, this? What about that one? I'm not gonna do it. Okay, bye. Love you. I got caught on my way out the door trying to sneak out and not take the trash. That's kind of that's the way it goes, man. Frank Monday's work is never done, but that's okay. Today is a good day, and I've been contemplating deep and penetrating insights into the spirit realm, and I wanted to share them with you. So, my answer from the spirit realm last night and this morning was basically nothing. I didn't receive any response. Good God, man. There you go. Yep, y'all still out there in Happy Land? Y'all doing all right today? I can appreciate good looking, sexy people doing all right. Um, Check this out. I'm gonna set that trash on top of my car like that. That'd be a good way to transport it. This guy puts his bike right on top of my vehicle. Jeez. All right. We're out in the morning, guys. Let me check the chat, see if anybody's still out there. Did you hear about the video Watch the Water? Yes. Daniel the Snake Venom. It's on Rumble. It's unreal. Yeah, tell us about it. What's going on with Watch the Water? I'll have to look into that. I have not watched that, but I would like to see. Diane says so many athletes are having heart attacks. Last week there were several more that passed away, and they were in their 20s. Wow, that's bananas, man. That's not cute at all. Trying to set this camera up. Okay, there it is. It's dialed in. So far, so good. Let me know if y'all can still hear me out there in Happy Land. All right. You are doing well today. This is the Live Drive Jive Archive. Your host, Frank Monday. We're getting a little bit of an early start today. Let me see. I'll check the watch and see if we're actually early. Because you know the best laid plans of mice and men. Nope, we're not. We're not that. We're like 3 minutes ahead of the clock, which is better than a kick in the ass, right? Most certainly better. Man, there's mosquitoes now. Just saw a whole swarm of them. Mm. As much money as these guys spend, I don't know if they spend any money, but as much effort as these guys put into the, what is this? Why is this on? Oh, okay. As much money as these guys put into the public commons here, like the gardening and stuff, it seems like they would have a solution, like to get rid of the mosquitoes, to run around and upend any stagnant water and just a reasonable amount of effort. I think you would be able to destroy a lot of the mosquito breeding and it wouldn't be such a problem. But yeah, what can you do? Just roll with the punches. That's all you can do. Give me a yo if you can hear me. Come on. Yeah, so thanks for the suggestion, Diane. I'll definitely check out Watch the Water. I wish I could find my notes that I took yesterday on Dharma. Maybe they're right there. Don't know. I don't see them. Oh, there's some gallop. Person getting in front of my car. Don't be getting in front of my car. I better plug this in, man, or if I lose power, this phone will just cut out. I haven't seen your comment yet. No. Monsieur Tedrick, I'll check it now. Do you have a remedy for mosquitoes? You gotta give me a second, guys. I'm not supposed to be streaming this early. I usually wait till I get the vehicle in motion before I set up the stream. But this morning, because I was chilling, about to make my coffee, and I was like, wow, I could sure use a cup of coffee. And Monsieur Tedrick chimed in. It was like 2 minutes. I saw the message 2 minutes after he sent it. And he said, hey, Frank, I sent you some coffees on buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. And I said, all right, let me get over there and check that out. Thank you, sir. You're a good man. Appreciate that. Don't never let it be said that Frank Monday does not appreciate a good man. The fuck, this guy has put his vehicle in my way, man. What's up, bro? Can we move this thing? Oh, heavens. Where the dude went, man? Hello? Where's the trash man? He just abandoned his vehicle in the middle of the road. Man, cool. Not cool at all. All right, we'll have to try to move this guy's stupid trash vehicle, man. Somebody put a trash vehicle in the way. Let me show you what I got going on, what I'm dealing with. I'll show you guys what I'm dealing with. I'll see if this thing will move. Yeah, move nice. Check it out. Check it out, y'all. I might not stop this thing. Jesus. Couldn't stop it. You guys see that? That was totally illegal, huh? Oh, come on. Seriously? Some old lady just jamming in front of me. Yeah, she wasn't even old. She was middle aged. Just getting it. Zero fucks to give. Did you guys see that? Yeah, that was me, man. I was moving the trash truck. Luckily, he left his keys in it. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, I'm having a JP Farrell, guys. You guys know how that goes. All right, so what's going on? Welcome to the chat. We got fired up early this morning, far earlier than normal. I usually, so I wake up and do a little meditation on dreamland experiences, transmissions coming in from the world beyond. Yeah, getting it. I would make a dandy trash man, a dust. The British call him a dustman, and Americans we call him the garbage collector, right? Trash garbage man. I think we call him the garbage man. And over here in China, they call him Shou La Ji, and they even have a song For the guys who collect trash. It's called show polar. Show polar. Show means to collect, and polar means broken and trash type items. So collecting the trash is show polar, and it goes like this: show polar，我的脏手拿一桌，show polar 也我要找一个垃圾袋儿。I forget. It was funny when my kids were really young. It was it was a meme on the internet. Uh, Sanitation workers get paid 60,000, 80,000 in Florida. Wow, that's enough to raise a family, huh? Damn, I had to get with it. Be like the Sopranos, sewage management. So karma, that's the topic of the drive this morning. And I started hearing about karma when I was, when I was a young man in my teens, because Southern California, very enlightened and considered themselves to be very progressive. You see how that's panning out for them now, right? And so I came across the idea of karma, and it's cause and effect, causal relationship between the actions you take and future events. So your actions, thoughts, words, intentions can affect the future events and circumstances that you might encounter. That's the general theory, right? The general theory of karma. And I always wrangled at the idea. I opposed the idea. And I thought, well, where does it come from originally? How is it the same or different from fate and destiny? And when people say that you're lucky. And so all of those things were floating around in my mind as I contemplated into the spiritual reality. I thought, well, karma's a Sanskrit word, it's Indian, right? And it comes through the tenets of religion, of uh, Hinduism and Buddhism. I said, okay, what if we strip away all of the religious clothing to the idea of karma? Have we got a serviceable concept that has any merit in a world of scientific materialism? And that's the question I'm pondering right now as we move into the abodes of the future. And I'd like for you guys to contemplate it with me. If you're on board with the Frank Monday challenge, the live drive Jive archive, have you got experiences of? Yeah, I missed your comment. What did you say? Talking about the watch water video. I haven't. No, I didn't see it, Jeff. I'm sorry, man. I had to move that trash vehicle out of my way, and I can't contemplate I can't look at the chat right now, man. I'm driving, but I'll get to it when we get to the yard. If no, man, I don't have any cash. My wife didn't take cash out for me. I asked her to. I said, hey, why don't you get me $1,000 in fivers? That way I don't have to keep troubling with my phone to pay the bill each day for the toll gate up ahead. But anyway, if I get a second, Jeff, I'll scroll back up, or maybe you can just tell me the comment again, and I'll address it. But karma is the one I'm contemplating, and so what's the usefulness of karma as a concept in modern times? And the idea, like I said, you got to strip away the religious aspects of the Hinduism and the Buddhism, and is it is it a cross cultural thing? Do we have karma in any other culture? And I don't know. I've looked into it, I've thought about it. It dates back, it's a Sanskrit word that means action. And so the basic teaching around it is action and reaction, and the actions that you take, your thoughts, words, intentions will affect future events and outcomes. And so for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction, right? In science. And does the idea of if you do can you affect bad karma? And the main reason I have a problem with it is because there's been super bad guys throughout time. Supposedly, we've learned that through history, and we always have to question the veracity of the historical record. But you got super bad guys that committed atrocities on humanity to the tune of 600 million people murdered in the 20th century by government under a system of death through mismanagement of resources called democide, democide, democide. And it seems to be the side effect of government is to murder its citizens, either intentionally or unintentionally. It doesn't matter. They get murdered. They get murdered through starvation and famine and direct execution of men, women, and children put to the axe because of the mismanagement of power hungry individuals. And do they suffer karmatic retribution? And the easy answer, I think, if you look at it, is no. They're able to perpetrate these huge mass murders on a grand uh, industrial and institutionalized scale, from the Holocaust to Pol Pot and Stalin, and right here in my own backyard, Twilight Zone Old Peking, one of the, I'm not even going to say it, because you guys know my situation, but we all know what that old rascally individual did. At least I hope you know. If you don't know, definitely jump on www.hawaii.edu/power kills. So, a professor in Hawaii, I've studied his research for the last 20 years, and he documented all of the mega murders of the 20th century. And he was of the opinion that that's the basic function of government, is mass murder. It's just what happens when you start putting power in the hands of single individuals in a collective. Then power corrupts, and ultimate power corrupts completely. Great power is highly corrosive to ethics and morals, and establishing external authorities within the human realm leads to murder and death of the people who give those people power. So the whole idea of freedom is the solution. But again, back to the point, staying on target, karma. These guys get away with literally murder, and not just murder, mega murders and mass murders. And yes, Monsieur Tiedrick, I missed your comment. If you would be so kind as to put it back in the ideas room, I'll address it. But I want answers from the spirit realm, and I don't want to go based on my own knowledge, but based on the community knowledge and researching into these things. So if it's daytime for you and you feel like you have a mind of clarity and you're up to the challenge, okay. So Jeff's question is karma and dharma the same thing? I don't know. I think dharma is law. See, these are all Indian ideas, which I've never studied very much. It was not of interest to me. I was When I was young and in my teens, I became very interested in Western mysticism, Hermeticism, Jewish mysticism, magic, the history of science and religion, and how religious inquiry led to the scientific revolution. And it were the great magicians and alchemists of the 15th century that gave birth to modern scientific materialism. And as a result, this led me in my searches to the idea, well, is magic real, like the spiritual kind? And if so, how do you go about it? And it was partially inspired by the story of Jesus. He said that it was said that he did all kinds of miracles. And I thought, oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. Why can't we have some kind of spiritual power? And so when I started looking into it, there wasn't anything within the Christian church other than the idea of faith. And reportedly, Jesus said things like, you can do greater works than these. And I thought, okay, well, I took that literally. I thought he was legit. I thought I could do more than walk on water and turn water to wine. And so I started looking into it through the lens of Chinese Taoism. And there are all these myths and legends of wandering Taoist immortals who achieved immortality in the physical realm. Like they discovered the Philosopher's Stone and the elixir of immortality and lived anywhere from 6 to 10 to 12 centuries in a physical body. And I thought, wow. And then they talk about spiritual immortality and being able to live 10, 20, even 40,000 years in a developed, what they called crystal or diamond body that was developed through internal alchemy in the physical realm. So you work on alchemy and evolve over many lifetimes, manifesting in various aeons on earth. And then each time you retire from the world, you live hundreds, if not hundreds or thousands of years in a spirit realm, in a developed, in another body similar to your physical body, but it's etheric. I guess the foundation of building it up is all the ideas are in Chinese. And that's why I came to China, because I wanted to study those ideas in Chinese and figure it out and see if it was all horse shit or if there was something to it. And so, yeah, I've been researching that line of inquiry for the last 30 years. And karma is not something I believe in, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't just believe in something because it's a dogma and it's in a religion. Yeah, and that's the big question. Monster Tedrick, is it a kind of subterfuge, a kind of wishful thinking, a pipe dream, so on and so forth? And so, uh, the important thing is to research on your own. And so I thought about what are all the different methods we can use. We can access the historic record. That's one way. We can look at what other people did before and what was written before. And then we can do experimentation on our own. And the systems of Qigong are not difficult to learn. I mean, all these different Taoist sages who supposedly achieved enlightenment, they wrote about it and they said it's as easy as breathing. They said, as long as you're in touch with the cauldron of the cosmos, the great bellows, then you're a part of it. As soon as you breathe deep to the lower Dantian, which means taking a deep diaphragmatic breath all the way down to your groin, and then squeeze your perineum, the twin muscles of the sphincter, the twin sphincters of the anus, squeeze them tight like a bird does.